Good evening, everyone. I'm coming back at you guys with another review. This is an oldie, but it's a goodie. This particular shoe dropped 3 years ago, and when it dropped, it was retailed at $250, and it was reselling at about $500. And since then, it has dropped quite a bit. It's now resells for somewhere between like $325, $350 to like $425 or something like that. So it's definitely not as much as it used to be. But I always kind of had my eye on it. But in 21, had a lot going on, a lot more responsibility. I could not grab this shoe then. So for Cyber Week, GOAT ended up dropping this shoe for Cyber Week for the specials that they were having. And I ended up getting a notification that they had a 9. I normally need a 9.5, but this particular shoe runs big for its normal cut, and this particular style, it runs even bigger, I've heard. So I was like, okay, I should be able to work with a 9. So I ended up copying it. It took about maybe a week or a little bit over a week to get to me because they had so many orders to ship out, but I'm assuming they already had this on hand because once I ordered it, it automatically went through identification. A couple of days later, a printing label was printed, and then next thing you know, GOAT was finally dropping it off the UPS. And also, before I move on any further, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, please. Really appreciate you guys' feedback, your questions, your comments, everything. So, like I said, this is an oldie but a goodie. And anytime I can get my hands on a shoe that is featured with this particular collab between Jordan and this particular person, I try my best to get my hands on it if possible, but normally I try to get it for retail. And because this was for GOAT's Cyber Week, this is actually $10 less than retail. So I actually saved $10 because they were running a special on these, and they were also, you guys are gonna know of course what it is right now, but they had the Jordan 1 Low Canaries collab with this particular person for only like $205, but they had sold out all the bigger sizes, so I couldn't get them. But that's not bad because that shoe's reselling now for like $400. So I wish I could have got my hands on it, but I can't. But without further ado, and like I said, I'm going to give it away in the title or whatever, but I don't know. I guess I'm building the suspense in the video. I don't know. But so you guys can see this. This is the Travis Scott Jordan 6, I think they call it British Khaki colorway. But you see it there, the Cactus Jack. Yep, it's British Khaki and Crimson. So let's crack this box open and see what it is. So this is actually like the standard Jordan 6, Jordan 5 box, but it's got the Cactus Jack Travis Scott twist on it. Let's go ahead and get this open and take a look at the shoe here. So you got the GOAT authentication tag. Back in the day, before we got really super digital, I mean, we've always kind of been digital over the last few years, but back in the day, they used to have bullet points and have like different things that they do through their authentication process. They used to punch a hole in it going down the tag here, and you get out and say, oh, they did this, they did that, oh, I see. And then but now what they do is they give you a QR code. You scan the QR code, and then it goes through all of the steps that they did. So in here, it comes with a dust bag. All these come with a dust bag, so nice little touch. Probably won't actually use this. Probably just keep it as like a, a little memorabilia collector's piece. So I have quite a few dust bags like this, so don't think I've actually put this one to use, but it's nice to have. And the other thing too is that this is actually in really good condition. And just so you guys kind of understand the thing with GOAT actually on release day, they actually buy a lot of shoes. Like a lot of the shoes that they sell aren't just people selling a shoe. A lot of it is shoes they themselves go out and buy and hold and wait for people to buy them and then sell on resale and then make their money that way, along with making their commissions off of the shoes that you sell through their app. So these are wrapped up pretty good, and that's what I'm saying. These are probably a pair that they bought. They probably didn't even have to even authenticate them because they went straight to Foot Locker. They went straight to Travis Scott's website. They went straight, to the Nike's app or whatever. So these look like they probably didn't even have to take them out the box to authenticate them because they bought them right from the source themselves. But As you guys can see, this is how they look in the box. I'm gonna pull back the tissue paper, and you can tell when they've gone through like a true authentication process when you send them in. They've even pulled out the tissue paper, they've been unlaced and all that. So depending on how this shoe looks, if it's all tied up and all that, then I'm like, okay, they went straight to Nike and got them and just put them in their warehouse. But yeah, this is the left shoe here. And this is the shoe here. It's kind of got like that suede nubuck. And you guys probably seen 100 of these videos on this, especially since these dropped back in like 2021. And back then when these dropped in 21, Jordan brand, I believe, was still putting the cardboard shoe trees in all of their shoes instead of putting the tissue paper in there. So this does have like a cardboard shoe tree. You probably can't see it because of how dark it is because of the light. But if you've seen this, you've seen it 100 times, you know, so I'm not probably showing you guys anything you haven't seen before, but this is my first time actually seeing this shoe in hand, like in person. I've seen it online, but I've never seen it in hand. So I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this shoe as I'm looking at it. So on this side, you got like the little pocket here. You can put some quarters in here maybe. And then on the inside of here, you got another lace lock. So in here, you got the crimson red lace lock that you can put on the laces. This lace lock here glows in the dark. So when you cut the lights out, this will glow in the dark. And also this tongue will glow in the dark. But they put your Spirit lace lock in this little pouch so you don't lose it. You can walk around and change your lace locks as you're going through the day. Then over here, well, on the back, you got Nike Air, like a regular Jordan 6, true OG, you got Nike Air. You got the pull tab. This also glows in the dark with the little crimson red touch. Over here, you got your little air bubble Jordan 4, Jordan 3. Let me see, is it Jordan 3? Jordan 4s, Jordan 5s, Jordan 6s all have air bubbles. I believe the Jordan 3, I can't remember if Jordan 3 has an air bubble or not. So just forget what I'm saying. But I know 4, 5s, and 6s had an air bubble. So you got your air bubble down there. Over here on this side of the shoe, you got another pouch, but this one unzips. And you can kind of stick your fingers in here a little bit, but that unzips there. Then coming back to the front of the shoe, you got your British Khaki laces in there. Crimson red Jordan there. On the inside of the shoe, it does say Cactus Jack on the insole there. And then on the bottom, it's got Cactus Jack through here. It's got the little trademark face with the little lines going through the smile or the frown or whatever. And Travis Scott on the bottom there. So this is the left shoe. So like I said, it looks like these are laced up pretty tight. They look like these came straight from Nike or straight from the Travis Scott website. It doesn't look like they've been taken apart or even really looked at. So I'm assuming, they got them straight from the source and then held them in their warehouse until now. And that's how they were able to do the Black Friday sale, because when they did when you want them, they automatically just pretty much had them there to ship. Now this is the right shoe. So in here, like with the other shoe, you got the crimson lace lock. Then this pouch got a little squish there. But inside of there, on the other one, I forgot to show you guys that. It's the little Travis Scott face there. Then you've got, and you can tell these have been in the warehouse for a while because they're kind of ashy a bit, kind of like scratched up. Not necessarily scratched, but like you can tell like it's been rubbing back and forth in the box a little bit. And you can tell it's been like sitting in the box because this is kind of like, not necessarily faded, but it was kind of a little ashy. You got to rub it a little bit. But same exact shoe as the other shoe. The only main difference with this one is that on the back, it has Cactus Jack. And the other one had Cactus Jack on the insole with Nike Air on the back. So this one has Cactus Jack on the back and then Nike Air on the insole. Now, with this particular shoe, it came with 3 sets of laces. The British Khaki laces, the actual dark brown laces that the same color as this. And it also came with the crimson red laces. So what I'm gonna probably end up doing is probably swapping out the laces, throwing the crimson reds in there, and then leaving the glow in the dark lace locks in there just to kind of set it off. And also, if I'm not mistaken, the bottom on these glow in the dark as well. And that's pretty much the whole shoe there. Same thing on the bottom of this one. And then also, I don't know if I showed you on the inside of each shoe, it has that Cactus Jack smiling face, or not, yeah, smiling face on the inside of each shoe. So, like I said earlier too, these are a size 9. I normally wear a 9.5, but Jordan 6s supposedly run big, so I shouldn't have any problem with getting these on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an on feet for these later. I haven't had a chance to do a lot of the on feet videos. Work has just been crazy, but I'm going to get around to doing the on feet and letting you guys, you know, see what they look like. But definitely, you know, glad I was able to cop these on GOAT. I mean, looking at the bottom, they don't look like they've been worn at all. I mean, the shoe looks brand new. And, you know, like I said, I think this is one of those things where they had them in their storage room for, you know, a few years, and maybe they had an extra 20 pair that no one had bought, you know, because the price was so high. So they just went ahead and said, hey, it's Cyber Week. Let's throw a bunch of these. Because I think they also dropped these during the Black Friday sale that they did. And they were dropping all that stuff. I think they dropped these too, because they dropped the Canaries and they dropped the medium olives, I think, and the reverse medium olives, or whatever it was, Jordan 1s, Travis Scott. So I think they just had a bunch of these in stock, and it's been 3 years since COVID. These sold out. No one could get their hands on them. Resale dropped a little bit, and they were like, hey, why hold on to these, trying to sell them at $350, $400? Let's drop them down to $240, $10 below retail, you know, and let's just get them out the door, clear some room in the warehouse. More Travis Scott releases coming. We can get more pairs and stack those up in the warehouse. But I will be throwing these, you know, throwing in these crimson laces and throwing these things on feet immediately. These will not be staying in the closet for long. This is one shoe, especially since I got it below retail, these going on feet ASAP. As soon as I get my fit together, I am throwing these on. I don't care if I'm just going to the chiropractor. I will be throwing these on and heading out with these things. So I was glad to get them, and they will get worn. They're probably going to get worn before I wear the 11 Legend Blues that just came out. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm really excited to have this shoe. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will also do a follow-up to let you guys know sizing and let you guys see these on feet, and, you know, let you guys know how they fit. So you guys have a good night. Remember, I'm going to say it one last time. Like, comment, subscribe, and have you guys a beautiful night. And thanks so much for tuning in. God bless.